Close your eyes and picture the very first human. Go on. What do you see? Whatever image just appeared in your mind, it's almost certainly wrong, because the first of our kind didn't live where you think, didn't look how you think, and the reason humans today come in every shade of brown, tan, and pale is far stranger and far more recent than you've ever been told. In fact, one of the oldest humans ever found in Europe had jet dark skin and bright blue eyes. So what did the first humans really look like, and why do we come in so many different colors? For a long time, the story seemed simple. Humanity was born in one small cradle in East Africa. Then, as our ancestors spread into colder lands, their skin quickly turned pale to match the dimmer sun. Clean, tidy, easy to picture. But thanks to new fossils and ancient DNA, we now know almost every part of that story is wrong. The real history of the human face and the human rainbow is far more surprising, and it begins with a skull pulled out of a mine in Morocco. In a place called Jebel Irhoud in Morocco, scientists found the oldest known fossils of our species, Homo sapiens, around 300,000 years old. When they reconstructed the face, they got a shock. The face was remarkably modern. You could pass this person on the street today, but the skull behind it was longer, more archaic. Our species didn't appear all at once, fully formed. We were assembled piece by piece over immense time, and this discovery shattered another myth. Homo sapiens weren't born in one tiny corner of Africa. 300,000 years ago, early humans were already spread across the entire continent. And here's what those first humans looked like. They had dark skin, rich in melanin, the natural pigment that acts like built-in sunscreen. Under the intense African sun, dark skin was a lifesaver, protecting the body from harsh ultraviolet radiation. Dark skin wasn't one option among many. It was the original human condition. Every person alive today descends from dark-skinned African ancestors. So then, why the different colors? Here's where the textbook story falls apart. We were taught that when humans left Africa and reached cold, cloudy Europe, they rapidly turned pale. But ancient DNA tells a different tale. Take Cheddar Man, a 10,000-year-old skeleton from Briton. When scientists read his genes, they were stunned. He had dark brown skin and blue eyes, and he wasn't rare. Studies of ancient European DNA show that for tens of thousands of years, most Europeans stayed dark-skinned. Pale skin only became common across Europe around 3,000 years ago. Incredibly recent. So why did lighter skin evolve at all? The leading idea is sunlight. Your body needs ultraviolet light to make vitamin D. In sun-drenched Africa, dark skin was perfect. But in the weak northern sun, very dark skin may have made it harder to produce enough vitamin D. So, over many generations, lighter skin was favored in some populations. And here's the fascinating part. Lighter skin evolved through different genetic paths in different places. Europeans and East Asians arrived at paler skin using different genes entirely. Nature solved the same problem twice. And this leads to something profound. The races we think we see are not written in biology. Skin color is just a thin, recent, surface-level adaptation to sunlight. Nothing more. In fact, there is more genetic diversity within Africa alone than in the entire rest of the world combined. Two people from different parts of Africa can be more genetically different from each other than one of them is from someone in Europe or Asia. And blue eyes. Every single blue-eyed person alive today traces back to one common ancestor who lived only 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. A single genetic switch that spread across the world. All of humanity, in every shade, is over 99.9% genetically identical. The differences we obsess over are quite literally skin deep. So why does this matter to you? Because the story of human color isn't a story of separate groups. It's the story of one single species, one family, adapting to different amounts of sunlight as it explored a giant planet. The person with the darkest skin and the person with the palest are reading the same genetic book, with one or two words changed. Every color of human being is simply an African family that walked to a different place and adjusted to a different sky. When you look at the incredible variety of human faces, you're not seeing division. You're seeing one people wearing the beautiful, ever-shifting camouflage of home. So the next time you try to picture the first human, remember the face from that Moroccan mine. 300,000 years old, dark-skinned, strong and serene. That face is not a stranger. It's the shared grandparent of every single person who has ever lived, every shade, every nation, every one of us. We didn't start as different peoples who slowly came together. We started as one and simply scattered into the light. Look closely enough at anyone's face, and you'll find that same ancient human looking back. If this changed how you see our species, subscribe. Every week we bring the forgotten world of ancient humans back to life. And tell me in the comments, what did you picture when I said the first human? I read every reply.